When I say thick, I mean like thick thighs, thick cut bacon. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Sister Series.
Welcome back.
What? What is that?
It was a quick 1-2. Like,
I
welcome back.
hate it.
Okay, I'll try something different next time.
I'm just like, it feels like it has been forever, but it really hasn't been that long. I think
No, it
it's the
hasn't.
whole push to Thursday thing.
Yeah,
Because
our
usually we
normal.
record before Monday.
Right, and then we drop on Monday.
Yeah.
But that gave us some time to, readjust our setup and, do some things.
How are you, Elise?
I'm great. I'm actually really good. I've done I am in a great space even though I am extremely overwhelmed with some things. I am in a great space. We celebrated my husband's birthday on Monday. So there was that. It was great. Actually, we were supposed to watch a movie together. He didn't want to do anything day of. So we were supposed to watch a movie together. I fell asleep because I'm mentally exhausted after I get off of work. But he said that he enjoyed it. He had a great time, so that's all that matters. And
You enjoy
there's
watching the movie by himself?
probably yes, because I asked lots of questions. I always want to know what's happening. So he probably was like, "Thank goodness she fell asleep."
I was about to say, low
Great.
key, it was probably a blessing.
Yeah, he probably was like, "Thank God."
Oh my gosh. Well,
How was your week? How are you feeling?
listen, I am in the thick of raising a preteen. When I say thick, I mean like thick thighs, thick cut bacon. What else is
with
thick?
with cracked pepper. Thick buttermilk. Thick. I get it.
Like thick once you chew up a Popeye's biscuit with no water.
Oh
That
no.
thick.
I don't want it.
In the thick of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how my week is going. I was gonna tell the story, but I don't even feel like it. Anyway,
Don't have. Let's not
besides
bring up
that,
things. Yes. Yes.
I'm doing
Besides
well.
that, I love it. I love to hear
I'm
that.
doing well.
Hmm.
Anyway, guys, today we're gonna talk about ding 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 hair. Look at my shirt. It says, hold on. I think it says curly with a twist.
Very cute.
I wore this shirt on purpose. So today's episode is called I'm Not My Hair. I mean, I might be, but I don't know.
Wait, I'm
Today
gonna
we're not
cut
going
you
to be my
off.
hair.
I'm gonna cut you off, and I'm gonna mention these ugly headphones that I have on. This is so not my aesthetic, but I can't figure out my speaker and my recording device, so I have to wear these ugly headphones. Disregard them for the remainder of this episode. You won't see them again, or maybe you will, but we don't know.
When
Carry
you
on.
said cut me off, I was like, we're cutting.
No,
I
just
made
cut
an
you
ugly
off.
face.
No, to make this announcement about these stupid headphones I have on. Okay, we're ready.
Yes. Well, while we're making announcements, we're also not going to be virtual forever. So don't get used to this.
Right.
You know, we're just figuring it out still.
Period.
Anyway, so this episode is called I Am Not My Hair. We're going to talk about our hair journeys and how we got here. As you can see, I have two strand twists. When you first met me, I had braids, and Elise has are they
Locks.
like a
I have
special kind of
locks.
lock?
No, I have what I would consider micro locks. But we've got a journey to where we got here, and I guess we'll each tell our story of what the hair has brought us over the years. But currently, I have what I call micro locks. They're not sister locks, nowhere near. They are a lock, but they are smaller.
What's the difference? Okay, what's the difference in dreads, micro locks, sister locks?
So I don't know if we say dreads anymore. I think we say
Oh,
locks. I
okay,
think we say locks. I can't tell you why.
cool.
But I think we say locks. Sister locks, I think there is a certain number of locks you have to have in your hair to be considered a sister lock. from my research years ago, I believe it's the certain number of locks you have, and there are certified sister locticians.
Who's counting the locks?
The
Because last time
loctician.
I checked, only the Lord knows the amount of strands on your head.
Listen, I think the loctician, if you have a certified sister loctician,
Okay.
they probably count because it's a very mathematical way of doing it. They
Okay.
create a grid, and I'm sure each grid has a certain number of locks, and that makes it easier to count. I'm making all of this up in my head right now, but I am
What?
almost positive. I am I am
Not
almost
you
positive.
lying with a straight face.
I no, I think that is true. I think that there's the grid process adds to the counting of it. But I know for sure that I have read somewhere that sister locks are a certain amount of locks. You have to have over like 4,000 or something. No, no, no,
That
no, no. That's not okay. Not that many. Not that many, but there's a certain number, and I'm gonna find it, and I'll circle back. But anywho, yes, I have locks, and they're the best decision that I've ever made. And we'll get to how I got. Do you want me to give my journey first, and then you give yours? Or you want to go first?
Let's do like a back and forth. So
Absolutely.
when I was like 5, I got a relaxer. Did you get a relaxer when you were a kid?
Everybody, my hair would be to my butt if my mom didn't give me a relaxer when I was 4.
Oh my gosh, y'all need to stop lying on y'all mamas.
I was given a relaxer simply because my mom probably didn't feel like dealing with the naps,
I mean, I
and
get
that's
it.
that.
But how old were you?
I don't know how old I was. I know that I was not. I don't think I was elementary age.
Oh, like you were like
I think
preschool?
I had to be like 4, maybe in kindergarten. I probably was 3 for all I know. back then, back then, natural hair, it wasn't like our parents were just trying to get our hair done and get to work
Period.
and get us to school.
And
So
I was tender headed.
and I think my mom didn't have time for all that. She said, I'm gonna put this little relaxer on here, just a little, not fully relaxed, just a little help.
A little just for me.
Yeah, just a little help. And then eventually I was getting full relaxers. It was
Listen,
bone straight.
because what you supposed to only put it on the scalp, they was going way down here with the
Literally
relaxer.
that. I'm like, you soaked my whole head in this, and now I'm burning. You've soaked my whole head. It literally, it's like all smashed to my head. I'm like, girl, that's not how this is supposed to go. But I think
I vividly remember feeling like smoke coming from my head.
and being like, Mom, it's burning.
And you
Mom,
better not scratch it.
Mom, it's burning.
And then they get the comb and they comb through on that one spot.
Yes. They're like, I gotta smooth it out. Yeah. No, yeah. Trauma, really.
Okay, yes. So
Hmm.
like from 5 to I don't know. I think I got my last relaxer for August of my sophomore year in college. So like 2011.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So that's
think, oh, yeah, that's a while. We're about the same time.
like 14, 15 years of relaxers.
Wow. Yeah, we're about the same length. I think a lot of us have that same kind of journey. A lot of us had
Yeah.
a relaxer thrown on our head at a young age, and we went through the
Trash.
stages of, trying to keep up with because I enjoyed having I have a let's talk about textures. My hair
Mm-hmm.
texture, I have thick hair, but my
Mm-hmm.
strands are very fine.
Yeah.
But I still have a a,
A coil.
a
A
coil.
curl.
I don't have a loose curl. I have a coil, but I have very fine strands, and a lot of times people call it cotton hair. It just feels like cotton. I'm like, girl, what does that even mean? But okay. So I hated having when I was growing up. I hated having oily hair. I wanted my
Mm-hmm.
hair fresh and flowing. And we know
Period. A
where
little
that
body, a
stems
little
from.
bounce.
Yeah, we know where that stems from. But anywho,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we so I hated having product on my hair. I would wash my hair, condition it, rinse it all out, blow dry it, not put a lick of product on it because I did not want it weighed down. And then I would flat iron and curl it.
Looking
And
dry
dry, crisp,
and just brittle.
brittle, breaking off. But you couldn't tell me nothing back then in 8th grade.
Period. A little silk press before they were calling it a silk press.
Literally that.
I have thick hair, thick strands, and a lot of hair. Like, if you part your hair in fours in a little section, like
Mm-hmm.
it's dense. Like I have a lot of
Mm-hmm.
hair in one section. So I don't know what that's called.
And
It's thick and coarse.
and I don't know, I didn't meet you till later in life, but when I met you, you had hair down your back. Your hair
Yes.
is so, look at her, y'all, look at her twist right now. If I were to twist my hair, I would have one little scrangly, stringy twist compared to her luscious, big, juicy twist. And so
It's a struggle.
I'm just really jealous of it all.
First of all, no. But I will tell you, in high school or even in like elementary, I was considered like, oh, you have long hair. But when
Mm-hmm.
I look back on the pictures, I was like, my hair was not long. But it grew a lot once I stopped having a relaxer. But then
That
at
makes
that time,
sense.
I never did like a big chop initially. I just did like wash it, flat iron it, go back in 2 weeks, wash it, flat iron it, cut it. So like I grew and cut
Mm-hmm.
for a really long time.
It was beautiful. Your hair is it's beautiful now, but back then it's you can tell that your texture is a full, beautiful texture, whether you have it in its natural state or you have it straightened. So yeah,
Thank you,
I noticed that
sister.
all the time. Look at, I mean,
Yes.
the twists are luscious, and I'm just secretly envious. Ah, if my hair,
Anyway.
I have to say this: if my hair, and I have a friend, Brittany, also has hair like this.
Oh
If
yes.
I had hair like y'all, I probably wouldn't have locked my hair because I can't wear two strand twists. I look like Susie from the Rugrats.
Oh,
Or what was,
Susie
no, not
hair.
Susie. What was the doll's name?
Oh, Susie.
Yes,
You're
Cynthia.
not gonna play Susie like that and get her
Not Susie.
confused with
Susie
Cynthia.
had beautiful locks. I'm talking about the doll.
Oh, did Susie have locks though?
I mean, like hair. Like I just mean like
Oh, like
beautiful.
locks.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, yes, yes.
She had a good
Cynthia
two
was
strand twist.
struggling
Yeah, that was me.
because
Live footage of me in two strand twist. Yes.
I don't like you and I don't like this at all.
It's the truth.
Anyway, okay, so after your last relaxer, I told you I did the grow cut, grow cut. What'd you do?
Yeah, so I went to college my freshman year. That's 2010. Fall 2010 I went to. Oh man, that is so weird. We cut our hair at the same time. So I did my first year of freshman year with a relaxer. And I
Okay,
think
yes.
halfway into my freshman year, I was like, I gotta grow my hair out. The girlies are going
Mm-hmm.
natural. We're going natural.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew my hair out for about to 3 inches. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture and I'll just stick it in here. I grew my hair and I said, okay, and then I came home, I worked the summer, and then went back to school my fall of my sophomore year, and I
Uh-huh.
chopped it off.
Wait, when you say you grew it 3 inches, like 3 inches of new growth
Of
from your
natural.
scalp?
Yeah, before
The big
without
chop.
relaxing it.
Oh, okay.
I
See,
grew it out so that I could cut it off.
okay, understood.
So,
And then
but
did you have a TWA, like a teeny weeny afro?
yes, and I will find a picture and post it in here. I had a teeny weeny afro, and that started the beginning of my demise. No, that's not the right word. But I cut that hair off, and from then, I never once cared again.
You ain't never been right since then.
Never once cared. I mean, I would take a scissor to my lock any day and chop it off. From that day forward, I never once cared again.
It's giving Britney Spears. What year was it? 2004. Whenever
Yeah,
Britney
she
shaved
shaved it
her
off.
head, and she was like,
Literally that.
Like this
If
is
my
it.
face was thinner, I would be bald right now. I would have a blonde fade probably.
Listen, I feel like you don't have to have a thin face. You just have to have a cute face.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
And your face card never lost. We talked about this. So
But yes, so when you cut your hair off, did you cut your hair in your sophomore year? You said.
no, no, no. So I just stopped getting relaxer. So the issue
Oh.
was I had moved from Tyler to Waco.
Mhm.
And I mean, I didn't really know people in Waco. And then
Mhm.
I just didn't want anybody putting relaxer on my hair. So I was like, ooh, like, I don't know what to do between the time that I go home and the time that I'm back at school. Because my
Mhm.
head would legit be like uncontrollably itching between relaxers. It was like I needed to get one every 6 weeks on the dot, or like it just wasn't right. And that should have
Mhm.
been my first red flag, or my mother's first red flag. Like, this is not normal. Why is my head itching uncontrollably every 6 weeks?
Mhm.
Um, so anyway, I just found this girl in Waco and I was like, hey, looking for a natural stylist. I think I ended up finding her in like a JC Penney's or something. And so I would go, she would wash it and then she would straighten it. And I only got it trimmed along the way. I didn't actually cut my hair until 2020 pandemic.
Oh, oh yes, yes. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. Yes,
So
yes,
I
yes.
got like my hair flat iron like every 2 weeks. And if it
Mhm.
was every 2 weeks, it was like every 3 to 4 weeks. But like
Mhm.
religiously getting my hair straightened. So I didn't even know what my curl pattern looked like because it was always straight.
Mhm.
And then I remember somebody telling me like, "Oh, your hair is heat damaged," and I was like, "My hair is healthy. Like, do you see this? It's
LOL. Yes.
healthy." And I didn't realize it until I tried to wash it and wear it natural one day, that there was a difference between like natural straight and just like natural natural. So
Yep.
I guess I wasn't like really natural until 2020.
Yeah, but what is natural? Is
I
that
thought uh, I feel like natural is just no chemicals, like no
I do too.
processing.
But also that takes me I have so many points to make. That takes me into color. Because if I put color on my hair, because I am a colorist, I like different
Yeah.
colored hair. And
Yeah.
so if I was to put color on my hair, am I no longer natural?
I still feel like you are. Honestly, in my book, if you don't get a relaxer, you don't get a texturizer, you're natural.
That's what I think. And I think we're going to go with that. Let's see what the people
Yeah.
say when we post. Comment. Leave your
Because we want to
comments.
know.
We want to
Because
know.
I feel like color doesn't change necessarily. It maybe it can because I'm not a hairstylist, and I don't have a background. But I
Mhm.
feel like what I see is it doesn't change your curl pattern if it's done right. Because I see a
Yeah.
lot of curly girls that go blonde in like the summer and then they go back darker for the winter, and like they play with colors like you, but they
Mhm.
still have their curls. So to me, that's still natural.
Yeah. And I've seen blonde. I've always wanted to go like honey blonde with my when
Mm-hmm.
I had loose natural.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go honey blonde, but I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to keep up with the keeping it healthy and it being
Yeah.
dry and brittle and just awful looking.
Yeah.
So I never did it, but I wanted to do it so bad. But then I would always get like, well, no. When I used to watch the natural girlies on YouTube, that was the big question. Like, if
Yeah.
you color your hair and it's not in its pure state, are you natural? Girl, yes, yes, I
Yes.
am.
Cause look at my hair. Like, yes.
Literally that. So then
I feel this.
after,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was gonna ask why. Like for me, I just cut my hair because I was like I'm gonna go natural. I had no
Yeah.
reason behind it whatsoever. Just like oh, I'm gonna cut my hair off and have a
Yeah.
TWA and go natural. Probably
Yeah.
because I was trying to find myself, most likely. Why did you cut your hair off in 2020?
So I hear when you cut your hair, you're going through something, or you're like coming out of something, or
Yeah.
like, it's like a rebirth.
Hmm.
But I cut my hair because during the pandemic, all the salons were closed. And I couldn't get my hair straightened, and I don't really straighten my own hair because I'm like, I'm gonna burn it out. Like,
Hmm.
I can straighten, but it's gonna look like I just blow dried. It's gonna look a mess.
Hmm.
um so I went to a natural hairstylist and I was like, well, let me back up. I too got into like the natural hair movement
Hmm.
online, looking at all the natural girlies, and I'm like, I wonder what my hair looks like that. And so I went to a natural hairstylist, and she was basically like, your hair is heat damaged, all of it. the only way to get your curls
Jeez.
is to cut it off. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, I don't want to cut my hair off, but also like I do want my hair to be curl and in the natural state. So I decided I was just gonna grow it out. And so I went for my first appointment and I did two strands and she cut. Oh, actually, I had cut my own hair before that.
Mm-hmm.
I was
I'm an
watching the
advocate for
girlies
it.
online and they were like, wherever you see the curls start, you cut right above
Yes,
that. So
that's
that's what I
exactly
did.
it.
It looked a mess. But I thought I was doing something. I was like, yes, I see it coming through. Girl, it was a mess. So then
No.
I went to get the two strand twist. She twisted it. She cut a little more. And it was probably shorter than this at the time. But for me, that was short because I was so used to like long straight hair. And so the next time I went, I was supposed to get a retwist, and I was just like, let's just cut it. And she was like, oh, you want to just cut it off? And I was like, yeah, let's just cut it off. I don't want to go through this phase of like trying to grow it off, trying to grow it
Yeah.
out and all the things. And so we cut it and it felt like almost like liberating, like watching the hair fall on the ground. Cause I think I used to be somebody that hid behind my hair,
Mm-hmm.
like hid my insecurities about my face or whatever I looked like because my hair was long. So I could pull it
Mm-hmm.
up here if I wanted to, or I could do whatever to
Mm-hmm.
distract from whatever I didn't want people to look at. But then once I cut it short, it was just me and my face. And I'm like, ah.
I have to. You gotta figure, girl. Please.
Excuse me, I had a random cough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and then I was like, oh dang, look at my eyebrows. Oh dang, look at the shape of my face. And then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I need to wear some earrings. Like I need to get this makeup situation together. And then
Oh
eventually I
my
didn't care.
gosh.
I
I
was
was
like,
about
I
to say,
can't.
please,
No, but it was
please.
so beautiful. Like when
Mm-hmm.
she cut it and she styled it, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Until I tried to wash it at home.
LOL. Here's the
Listen.
thing. Like when I first cut my hair, I was heavy, heavy. I even tried to start like a natural hair YouTube. I was heavy, heavy into natural hair and I was into co-washing and because my hair doesn't hold a two strand twist out.
Mm,
That's why
mhm,
people call my hair cotton hair because it just
mhm.
poofs back up. I didn't know if I needed water based products or cream based products. I didn't
Yeah,
know what product Eco Styler Gel I used that as a co-wash, but
yeah.
for a co-wash, but it made my hair so heavy and
Mhm,
crunchy. And so I never ever found the correct regimen for my hair.
mhm,
If I was loose natural now, I think I would be able to find the correct regimen. But back then, 10 years ago, over the span of 10 years, really, because I
mhm,
just locked my hair like almost 4 years ago.
mhm.
So over the span of 10 years, is it 10 years? How long have we been out of school? What year is this? Yeah, 10 years.
It's 10 years, my friend.
My
Woo!
gosh.
Mm-mm.
Well, but over the span of 10 years, I spent that time chopping my hair off, coloring
Mhm,
it, trying to find a regimen, hating it, hating the length, chopping it off again. My dream style was a tapered style with it longer up this way, but tapered back here in the back and
oh
tapered on the side.
yes.
And maybe like if I was feeling risky, a little part like right here.
Listen, the taper
I
girlies are it.
Yes, with the red, I
Oh
wanted a deep
yes,
red. I had my Pinterest board was full of tapered and I wanted it longer up here. I wanted it
yes.
longer up here. And
Hmm.
that was my dream style for the longest, but I never did it. But
Why
yeah,
not?
I don't know. I think I just kept cutting my hair. Like I would get bored and I would literally at home cut my hair off. And I
Wait, would you cut it back to TWA length every time?
not always, but about 3 times, yeah.
And then how did you wear it when it was like that?
In a
What did you do
TWA.
to it? You
I
just
would
washed it
soak
and
it in
combed it out?
eco. I would soak it in Eco Styler Gel, comb it out so that I could define my curls and wear
Okay,
it as a
okay,
TWA. But
okay.
I don't have a kinky. I don't have a Z. I have a coil toward the
Hmm.
end, but toward the middle of my hair, it's just I don't know if there's a pattern.
It's
There's
just
no
there.
nothing. There's literally nothing. It's just there. But my ends of my hair would coil
Yeah,
up. So I could
yeah.
rock a puff. I would put it in puffs. I would chop it off. I would color it when but another thing is I would get bored with my hair. I got bored with my
Yeah.
hair so much over that span of 10 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
10 years is a long time when you think about it. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean that's so where are we at now with our hair? Like now
Oh,
we've talked about our we've scraped over what it was like when we were younger with our hair. And then we talked
too
about our
much trauma.
yes. And then we talked about our transition through young adulthood and
Yes.
trying to probably find ourselves and things like that. Where are
Yes.
we at now over like the last couple of years with our hair?
So I haven't had my hair straightened, I guess, since maybe end of 2019, January 2020.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't straightened it since then. I've had it blow dry a few
Mhm.
times for like braids, and then once a year my stylist will like blow dry it just to see, like, make sure everything's even when it's straighter. Um but yeah, I've only done, so I had a TWA, I grew it out, and then by the time, as soon as it got long enough to twist it into them two twists, I mean the second it got long enough, I started two strand twisting it. And my son told me I looked like a boy. And that has stuck with me forever. Anyway,
No.
I don't care.
Kids say the darndest things.
But no, so I usually wear two strands. If it's a special occasion, listen, if I untwist this hair for you, I love you because I hate untwisting my hair, but I love how it looks.
It's
It's
so
just,
pretty.
it's the transition from like untwisting it and then having to start over, retwist it, all the things. I
Right.
still go to the lady to let her twist it. Sometimes I'll do a wash and go, but they don't last that long. And then it's
Mhm.
like really heavy on the product. So I feel like by the time like day 3, day 4 comes around, I need to wash my hair because it's so like sticky and stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, that's where I am. I wear two strand. I'll pull these two strands in pigtails. I'll do half up, half down.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make it work.
Period.
And then I untwist it when I'm going somewhere special, which is not often.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
about
yeah.
you?
I well, okay, so September 2019, I
Mhm.
sat at my parents' house, and I say this all the time. I probably was the most depressed that I have ever been, where I didn't
Oh,
recognize it in that place. But we had no, it wasn't 2019. What year is this? This is 2025. So 2020. When was the
like
pandemic?
before COVID. So pandemic officially struck in 2020, like February,
Okay.
March.
Okay, so no. So September 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, September 2021, I had moved.
Okay.
I was living with two other ladies in this big old house, and the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic struck, and the world was just in disarray. And we
Mm-hmm.
decided to end our lease, and we all went our separate ways. And I moved back home until I could figure out. And yes, I moved back home at the tender age of 28.
Period. Because
Um,
if I knew then what I know now, I
one
might
thing
still be at home.
One thing about it, I was gonna move home.
Listen, I support it.
Yeah,
Move home, y'all. If you
literally that.
listening to me, you single, you ain't got no kids, move on home if your parents will let
If
you.
you
Pay
they
a
let
little light bill, buy a little grocery, move on home, y'all.
yes, and you know what? And stay there. Stay there until you
Forever.
don't have to leave again. Cause listen, it's not
You
cheap
know,
out here.
the other cultures, they do that. They have like
Yes,
several generations living under one roof. And I
right.
think they have the cheat code, but I
That's literally
digress.
it. But yeah, so that was just a little tidbit. But I had moved home and I was living in my childhood bedroom. And I don't know why I was in this weird funk of life.
You say
Probably
it like
because
they
I
wouldn't
had
let you out.
I no, my parents have always made it clear, like, hey, I don't want you to come back, but if you need to, come on back. But I had moved home and I was just in this weird. My mom had made my bedroom into like her second, third, fourth closet. I was cluttered. I felt like I had no space. Not like my parents were overbearing, but like just
Yeah.
it was like my childhood bedroom. I was coming
Did you
from
have
this.
Britney Spears posters on the wall?
No, we had B2K posters on the
I was
wall.
gonna say that. I should have said it.
I had B2K posters on the wall, but I had painted painted my bedroom before I had moved out the last time, so they were
Yeah.
gone. But anywho, I was in this weird funk, and I said one day I just started twisting my hair, and I said I'm gonna lock my hair up. But I have always said I'm going to do something completely delusional and done it. I've
First of all, that's
always
not delusional. Did you lock it yourself? Like you
I
started
locked
your
my
own
own hair.
locks?
Absolutely
Oh, period.
crazy is what I am, but
I call
I did
it
it.
self sufficient.
It took me 2 days. Well, I was playing with the idea of locking my hair, and I was like, well, I'm not
Yeah.
paying that. That's for sure. So I got to figure it out on my own. So I just randomly one night, randomly just started twisting my hair, and then I just went
Hmm.
through with it. It took me 2 days, and I hated it. But I said, I don't care. I did this work. It's gonna stay. And
So
then
when you lock it, so you twist it, but what makes it
I
lock?
I started my hair wrong. Let's discuss this. I started my hair wrong. I started my hair with mini twists. And remember, my hair is fine
Yeah.
strands. So my twists look like
Like
limp
mini two
and
strands
dead.
is what you're saying.
Yeah, but basically when I twist my hair, it just looks like it don't look like natural hair twisted. It looks like straight limp damp hair, even though my hair was healthy. But anywho,
Yeah.
I twisted it and it looked a mess. And so I left it like that for like 2 weeks, and my mom was like, girl, you
Did your
need to
parents
figure,
tell you your hair looked a mess? You know what?
you know, good
Black
and
parents, why
you
are y'all like this? Because we could be on the verge of jumping and you
literally
gonna
that.
tell us our hair look a mess.
My parents were like, you need to figure something out.
Why won't they let us be?
She said, you got T minus 2 seconds to figure something out.
Listen, they will let you do all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I take that
You
back.
bet,
They gonna let you get away with a few things, but that
within
hair,
reason,
you better figure it out right
figure it
now.
out. My mom was like, I've seen enough. So I washed it. And when I washed it, it became like this defined curl type thing. And it was super cute. It was
Yeah.
really cute. And I was like, I like this kind of. It looked, my mom was like, it looked better than what it was. It looked just like, okay.
Like you
Okay.
kept it twisted and locked and
And
washed it.
yes, I
Okay.
braided it, and oh my gosh, there's this whole story. So when you lock, I should have been interlocking at the root. I just two
Uh-huh.
strand my whole head in mini two
Hmm.
strand. I did not do anything to the root. So when I washed it after 2 weeks, I had to braid it into sections and then wash it so that it wouldn't unravel.
Ah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So then I watched it, and then I was like, I'm over this. And so I literally hand hand locked every strand of my head,
Did
the
you palm
ends.
roll it?
No, I used a tool,
Like a crochet needle?
kind of. Yes, yes. Basically,
Girl, listen.
It's like this tool that has a needle point at the end, or some of them have 3 needle points at the end. People that have locks know what I'm talking about. But I locked each end. I didn't lock the whole strand, but my hair was about this long when I started.
Yeah.
And I locked each end myself. I sat on the couch for like 2 days, and by that time I had moved into my townhouse, and I sat and I locked each end of my hair
This
for two
escalated
days
quickly.
straight.
You done locked your hair, you done
I was
moved, you
just
done been.
like, while watching movies, I was just like on the couch, just doing
It was
it.
probably cathartic for you. You were like
I
going
think
through
so.
stuff. You was like, I'm gonna do this.
Yes, I think so. And then now we're here, and it's so weird because I don't even remember that time. But I just was like very set on locking my hair, and because I did not feel like doing it anymore, I didn't even
It's
answer that.
cute though.
It came out cute. Yes, thank you.
Listen, I like it.
But
And
I
it's
locked it.
long. Like, I feel like your hair grows in locks so much faster than it
Yeah,
does. I mean, I guess because you're not, like, what is it? Because you're leaving it alone,
because
you're letting it rest.
you're not losing a lot of that shedded hair either. But also, I have
Hmm.
to say, my hair grows really fast.
Yeah.
I'm not even like joking. My hair grows
Yeah.
abnormally fast, which is why I was always able to just chop it off because I was like,
Yeah.
gonna grow back.
Sound like it, because after about 3, 4 cuts, some of us is bald forever. Like, it's not coming back, sis. You should have put the scissors down.
Yeah. So I mean, being locked is. I locked my hair solely because I didn't want to do my hair anymore. There was no spiritual connection. There was
Yeah.
no awakening. There probably was that I wasn't aware of,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I locked it because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
And I did not want to have to do my hair anymore. And it has been the best decision I've ever made.
I feel like I am a lazy natural for sure. Like I see all the girlies online, they're like doing these styles, and I'm like, ooh, like I
Yes.
gotta untwist it and do something, and then I gotta wash it and retwist it. That's not gonna work for me.
But are the
Um,
girlies online, are these influencers that make their money on social media? Or are these working parents
Raw.
and working girlies? Like nine to
Listen,
five girlies, not working, but 9 to 5 girlies.
I don't think they 9 to 5 girlies. I
Hmm.
think they getting some kickback from those
Hmm.
endorsements.
Talk about it. Because it's easy to say, "Oh, I'm doing all these cute styles and I'm doing all this," but you're probably like the not 8 out of 10 women are putting their hair in those cute little 2-strand twists and taking they behind to work and back home to make their family. They don't have time to be doing all this stuff.
You're right. It's a lot. Like wash day is a lot, and it blows my mind. Like my stylist will wash me, condition me, detangle, twist under the dryer in less than 2 hours, and I'm
Hmm.
like 2 hours in, and I'm like sitting on the side of the bathtub naked with a
Yeah.
comb in my
Listen,
head.
and that was another thing for me is I'm a wash every week girly. Like I'm
Yes.
if the first time I see a speck of dandruff or the first time I felt like my hair was even an ounce of oily, wash.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wash. I'm not going more than a week without washing. This is when I was a loose natural
Yeah.
or like maybe even relaxed too. I was washing weekly because that's just my hair is it's lightweight. I can't have all that stuff on it.
Yeah.
So that's another reason I was like, I'm locking it up. I don't have time for this. I
How
have
often do you
time.
wash it now?
Uh, I probably when did I get my hair done? So here's another thing. I interlock my hair, but when I have special occasions, I retwist because it's cleaner and it looks.
Hmm.
I think it looks better. So
Hmm.
when I have a retwist, I probably go like 3 weeks without washing. But when I interlock, I'll wash every other week.
Oh,
Yeah, every 2 weeks.
that's normal.
But this one is like I'm probably on week 4 right now.
Listen, if I told y'all the longest time woman that watched these 2 strands, y'all would be like, girl, what?
Wait,
But
Mariah, tell the people how you are you about to do that?
what
Tell
I'm
the
telling
people
people.
how you refresh your 2 strands.
Oh, yes. Okay. Shout out to my friend Tabitha. Hey, Tab. So, not Tabitha Brown, but we
Yes.
love Tabitha Brown too.
Yes.
So Tabitha gave me a life hack. She is also natural. She's a loose natural, but she'll wear her hair in like 2 strands and stuff like that too. She told me to wash my hair while it's twisted. And I know if my stylist hears this, she is gonna be like, stop being stupid. I don't know if this is a
LOL.
bad thing though,
I
because
don't
I
think
feel
so
like it
either.
penetrates, and I've even untwisted one while I was doing it, and it seemed like the shampoo was all over the place. So like, I think it's fine. And I
Hmm.
also think it's better than nothing. So if I'm doing this, it's better than not washing it. So
Literally
anyway,
that.
I leave my hair twisted like this and I wash it as if I'm washing my hair normally. So I go through with the shampoo, the conditioner, all the things. And then when I get out, I take it down one at a time, comb it out, retwist, refresh, and then I go to the next one, take it down, comb it out. And that way I don't have to spend like 30,000 hours trying to part the back of my hair and like separate and all the things.
Hmm.
It is a life hack that you must get into. And let me know if you try it because it has changed my life. And so when I can't do that, I'd be so salty. We went to a
Yeah.
wedding a couple weeks ago, Brittany's wedding. We
Yeah.
went to Brittany's wedding, and then I had to redo my hair, and I was like, oh,
Eek, it's too much. But
all that
that
work, and what did it get me? It was so
yeah.
sad. But my twist out was so beautiful.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's so pretty, and I think that is such a cool hack. And if I can remember, the YouTube girlies used to talk about doing that. So I feel
Oh.
like it should be good enough. Just like co-washing. Oh, we could do a whole nother episode. We're ending the time of our segment. But I mean, remember we used to do co-washing with conditioner only.
So
You
I
remember that?
tried that, but I feel like I wasn't well versed in it, and I wasn't like natural yet.
Mm-hmm.
I was still like, straight natural. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I do remember that, and I was like looking for all these products. can we talk about me getting scammed on several products? Like, did you fall into the like the trap of like you need this and you need that and you need this and you need
So
that?
for about a year or two, I was a product hoarder, but then eventually I was
Yeah.
like, why? I don't. Why do I have all this? I don't need it, and
Yes.
I threw it all away. And that's probably why
Yes.
my hair was never luscious and pretty. But I
No.
did for like a year or two.
That ain't why.
I was a Carol's daughter girly. I was a like I even tried mousses. I was like, well, maybe the mousse will do something.
Yes.
So yeah, I was.
Yeah. I like I'm a minimalist at baseline at my heart. I say at baseline. In my heart, I'm a minimalist, but my family won't let me be great. But I had all these products under the cabinet and one day I just took some trash bags and I was like, I'm done. And now I have like two tried and true regimens. So I have like shampoo, conditioner, leave-in from each regimen, and then I use the same like twisting foam, whether I'm using this line or that line. I like the It's
Mm-hmm.
Natural line, and then I also like Amika. I think it's Amika. I
Mm-hmm.
just started using this one on me and my daughter. When I tell you my hair is so soft, I'm like,
Interesting.
yes, and the girlies that do not have melanin are also using Amika, I saw. I'm gonna have to verify that,
Mm,
but I definitely saw them on the page. So
interesting.
it's a good product.
We
But
like a
anyway,
universal product. So I have one more question before we switch segments. My
yes, yes,
question
yes.
for both of us is what is one hair care product that we cannot live without right now
Ooh,
in our regimen? What is one ooh, my camera's falling. What is one hair care product that we cannot live without?
you go first.
My I don't know how to say it. It's
Oh
spelled
Lord, never mind.
EBIN Eben or whatever,
Oh
even
yeah, yeah, yeah.
my edge control because
Gotcha.
I don't have edges kind of. I'm struggling in the edge department. So my locks kind of start back here. So I have a lot of hair out up in the front. And so I have to lay my edges every single day. And if I don't have my edge control, catch me in a headband.
But those are your edges. The hair that you leave out, that's your edges.
Yeah, but it's scarce. It's like well really it's really nothing to do with my edges. It's
It's
the
because your
install of
hair's
my locks.
fine.
Yeah, but it's
No?
also the install of my locks. My locks should really be starting here, but they're kind of grown out. But like I shouldn't have this much hair in the front to
Can you
lay.
fix it? Like, can you reinstall?
No, they ain't
Oh,
having
like
Captain.
what's you like stuck? The way
Yeah,
you
but
start
I
is the
don't
way you
mind.
finish.
Yeah, I don't. No, you can like I have a piece of hair back here that I probably will attach a lock to because it just grew out
Where
and
you
it's
gonna get it
enough.
from?
I'm gonna get someone to make me a. Oh, here's a story, and this is crazy. When I installed my hair, my back 3 rows were too big and I hated them. So I
Uh huh.
shaved them off. I had
Okay.
a shaved undercut for
So
like
you finally had your
a
taper.
year. It was a mess. I shaved it off and I grew it back out. So for like a year, I had loose natural down here and I had locks up here.
This sounds on brand for you.
And then I found a lady that does instant locks. And so then I went and had her install my back 2 rows or back 3 rows.
Did you save your locks?
No, she made them. She
Out
made
of
them
what?
to probably fake hair for all I know.
So now the back of your hair is like fake hair.
Yeah, but I've dyed it. It all matches. Like this, there's like 3 of them that have broken off. Girl, look here. There's one here that's short. Oh no, that's not it. Girl, I don't know. There's one that's like broken. Oh, this one.
Oh Lord.
It's like broken off. It's she uses like faux like Marley hair probably. Hmm.
So, mm,
What is
all
a
right.
phenom?
We not.
Yes, people get instant locks all the time.
So I see it, but like, and then it's just like,
It's an interesting concept. I think they're using like just faux hair,
but
like
then
braiding hair probably.
I have so many questions because like when you have a weave, people be quick to be like, it's a weave, that's not her
Yes.
hair. But with faux locks, do you be like, this is faux locks? These are faux
No,
locks?
no, because I don't care that much. I'm sure there are people out there that do, but they can kiss the.
Listen, listen, honestly, who's making all these hair rules anyway? Because
Literally.
in the good words of my good sis India Irie, I am not my hair.
Yes, yes,
Oh, but I didn't
yes.
answer the question. Okay, so my go-to hair product that I probably can't live without, it's probably my It's Naturals foam
Hmm.
because I can get a lot done with. I literally after washing conditioning, I just use water and foam. So
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
need the foam.
So foam is like you're not using like a
A twisting
cream
jet,
or
yeah, no,
okay,
mm-mm,
okay, that makes sense.
just the
That makes sense.
foam.
I love that. This is
I love a
such a
good
good
foam.
combo. We may talk about
Yes,
hair. We need to talk about hair again because there are so many pieces of a black girl's hair journey that we don't really
yes,
speak on a lot. And so I liked
yes.
it.
We're gonna have to
Great.
swing back and talk about like the spiritual or like the emotional aspect behind hair. We ain't doing all
Yeah.
that today.
No, we're not going too deep.
Yes.
Love it.
Um. Well, I guess we will move into what have you done for me lately. I'm gonna rename this segment for everybody that's been watching. It's just not giving for me. Like I had a vision at the beginning, and now that vision is kind of like transforming and morphing. It's still kind of like a self care type situation. Unsure. Um, but my question was related to hair since we're talking to hair.
Period.
Talking about hair. So, what is something that you will pay to have done to your hair? Or is there a limit? Because I heard that some of the girlies are getting braids that are like 350, $400. And I just want to know what is the limit? Because do we have a limit with our hair if it's something you really want? Self care. Will you pay for
Ooh.
it as it relates to your hair?
That's such a good question. If I was a loose natural, this is the only thing that I miss about being locked. The bohemian, and it's not the loose wave bohemian. The
Mm-hmm.
girlies are getting the human hair, and it's like an
Yes.
S curl. It's
Mm-hmm.
so full. It is so pretty. They're dropping a lot of money on it, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and tell a false truth. If I had the money, I would too pay for it because it is so pretty. Not the regular bohemian with the wet and wavy.
Right.
No. It's the one with the real human
Straight off the scalp.
yes, with the pretty it's like a pretty S it's like a pretty
Yes.
curl.
I know
I
exactly what you're talking about.
I would pay. I would pay it. If I had it, I would pay it. I'd pay it tomorrow. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So I
Yes.
too am gonna pay for something. Like if I don't
Yes.
have to do it myself, I will invest in some hair.
Mhm.
So I think that is my what will I do for myself if I need to do it? I'm gonna pay for some hair. And even
Yeah.
now, like I will pay to go get my hair washed and two stranded. Even though I know how to do it myself, sometimes it's the convenience, it's the let me sit in her chair for an hour and a half versus spending a 5 hour day trying to wash and do all
Right.
the things. So hair is definitely something I'm gonna pay for.
Yeah, as we get older, I think that we find paying for convenience more relatable. Like I'm gonna pay for it if I
Yeah.
maintain my own hair. I interlock my own hair. It takes me about 4 to 6 hours. I
Whew.
think after I'm done paying for this wedding, I probably will start paying someone to interlock it because I just don't feel
Yeah.
like it anymore.
How often do you have to do it though?
I do about every 8 weeks.
Oh,
So I'll
that's
let
not
it grow out.
bad.
But it gets like 8 weeks, it's like a jungle in there. Six
Ah,
weeks, it's a bit manageable, but
yeah.
I'm too lazy.
Yeah, I feel that. I
Hmm.
am probably going to forever be a lazy natural. I'm okay with that. I will
Hmm.
wash my hair every week. I'm leaning towards that. Every right now I'm like every week and a half. So I'm moving towards every week
Hmm.
because apparently you need hydration for hair growth.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, anyway, that's where I am.
Yeah, I'd like to bring somebody on that kind of knows the
Ooh,
science of hair, like the what is porosity and what it is the density. And
yes.
I'd like to bring somebody
Yes.
on to
Let's
discuss
do
that
it.
for the girlies. So yeah,
Yes, y'all stay tuned. Somebody's coming. We don't know who, but somebody's coming.
period. All right. And then I don't have anything to talk about for the feed frenzy, but I do also want to talk about like what Mariah said. She's the direction of my segment is going to go a little different because I like pop culture. I listen to pop culture podcasts.
Period.
I get on TikTok and I'm looking at all the stories and things of that nature.
We're
So
obsessed.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but I that's just what I like. And so the feed frenzy, I'm gonna keep the name, but the direction may go a little different. Like I'm gonna talk more about like TV shows that are going crazy right now, or
Ooh.
movies that are going crazy. Also random trends that we see on social media. But we're gonna go in a broader direction than what we were before. So, and I do want to talk
Yes.
about Paradise, but we'll wait till it circle when it
Oh,
comes
I'm
back.
ready.
No. Okay, we'll do an episode on Paradise.
Okay, period. Yes. Okay, next episode is going to be about
Yes.
Paradise because we keep putting it off, but
Yes.
we need to talk about it because the people have watched it. They are caught up.
Exactly.
It
Yep.
has been time.
It'll be a
Okay.
spoiler alert. We'll say spoiler alert, but also the next season is coming, so we need to do this before the next season comes. So
But they're like filming it. It's not like ready though.
no. They got a
Oh,
while to go, but we just need to do it while it's fresh and the
yes.
lore for the second season starts.
Can we just give Sterling K. Brown some flowers right now, though?
Let me tell you,
Brother,
clap it up. He acted his behind off.
his butt off.
He
He is
acted.
amazing. And then
Yes.
he's just, I mean, I don't know Sterling K. Brown. I
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
see from what I see on the little
Hmm.
podcast. But he just seems like a really stand up guy.
Yes, like his wife, would
Yes.
record herself. She was posting on Instagram herself watching Paradise, and he's just
Uh
in the corner filing his nails like he didn't just
huh.
act his behind off in this TV show on this screen. So I love it. I love it. I love it.
Me too. Well, guys, that is all we have for y'all this week. I know y'all been missing us. I know y'all can't wait to tune in on Thursday. By the time y'all see this, it'll be Thursday. But we
Yeah.
appreciate y'all so much for sticking with us. We are excited about all the things to come and everything that we have to bring to you. And we are just really having a good time doing this. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know if you can tell, but we just really love doing this.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I was
Yeah,
not
it's
paid to
a
say that, I promise.
LOL. It's a good outlet. It's something that we put a lot of labor and love into. As you can see, our setups keep changing because we're just trying to figure out what is best. But we are gonna have a studio soon, and
Yes.
you'll have a curated space for the sister series. But until then,
Yes.
this is what you get.
Yes. We need like a little outro. Like, what's our
Yeah,
outro gonna be?
man, I love Asante's outro, so I'm gonna
I
have
know.
to
I
ask.
almost said it, and I was like, "Girl, you will
Yes.
not be stealing his
Yes.
stuff."
So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, and I'm gonna have an outro. Me and Chat, we like this. Me and Chat
Listen,
GPT,
I'm
we
gonna
like this.
brainstorm. We're gonna bring them all to the table, and then we're gonna test them out. Oh,
Yes.
and we're gonna have a new little cute little intro at some point,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
figure that out too.
Yeah. We're trying to make it. We know that quality brings in viewers, and quality
Yes.
brings in the audience, and so we are gonna give y'all quality so that we can
Yes.
attract more viewers and get our podcast out there.
And also because we care about quality too. Like,
Yes.
we are some
Yes.
quality girlies.
That's true. That's a true
But
statement.
until next time is what I'm gonna say today. Bye.
Yes. Toodles.